Okay. You ready, baby? All right, fam. So look, what's good, y'all?
Let's
Welcome
crack a lack.
back to Relationship Wise. You already know what it is, or if you don't know what it is, I'm Terrell, and this is
Tasia.
we back with another episode. Before we start anything, before we get into any foolishness with y'all already know the deal. Hit subscribe if you're listening you're listening and watching on YouTube, on all the audio platforms, Spotify,
Oh,
Apple.
hold on.
Yes.
Where your ring at?
Huh?
Where your ring at?
Oh Lord, I gotta
You're married.
hold on, y'all. Let me go grab my ring. Or hold on, y'all. Let me go grab my ring. Hold up. Yep. Well, my wife had to just gather me really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Left hand gang, my bad. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So,
Mm-hmm.
as I was saying,
Yeah.
what's good, y'all? Welcome back to Relationship Wise. And if you're here for the first time, welcome. Um, Happy y'all enjoying the space. We about to start. So, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. Don't wait till it's too late. Once we get
Exactly.
famous, I don't want to hear nobody. Well, you guys didn't. Yeah, how y'all acting so different? Nah, listen, we actually ought to subscribe. This episode, what, 8?
Oh, yeah. Follow this journey.
Follow the journey.
Hit the
Build with us.
notification bell.
Hit the notifications bell because we got shorts coming out. We got everything coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, big things are gonna start popping in a second. Y'all, all right. Y'all fuck around and keep wait. But anyway, for those who are audio listeners on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, etc.,
Mm-hmm.
make sure y'all leave a 5-star review. We fuck with y'all too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what else? Amazon as well because we got a few Amazon listeners. Amazon podcast. I didn't even know they had a podcast streaming service. But yeah. So before we get started, um, I just want to say, babe, I know we're already a good amount of episodes in, and I'm proud of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to keep our journey going. So yeah, I know, right? I just saw that. I was like, but we here.
Okay.
Um, if anything, I just edited it out.
Okay.
30 side game, y'all. Listen, I've been working, so fuck it. Who cares? Um, yeah, babe. So this week
Yeah,
we're
what
gonna
we
talk
talking about?
about we talking about communication types.
Okay.
Communication types, because
Mm.
like I feel like it's important to understand when you're in a relationship how your partner communicates, what your communication type is, what
Mm-hmm.
their communication type is.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk a little bit too about some of the things that people find icky between men and women. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I got a little thread. Um, and it's kind of a piggyback off the conversation we had last week about finances, because like
What, the thread or like the communication type?
just the communication type, because
Oh,
I
okay,
feel
okay.
like everything that we do is trying to feed into helping people learn about relationships. Because like
Mm-hmm.
if you don't know how to communicate, I mean, communication is a cornerstone
Oh
besides
yeah.
trust and
Mm-hmm.
and loyalty and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You really don't got no foundation for a relationship at all. Like ain't no real.
Yeah.
So yes. So there are 4 types of communications according to SNHU, right? There's the passive communication, and this often looks like not communicating at all for fear of speaking up. This can lead to misunderstandings. Aggressive communication tends to be driven by anger and judgment and can result in inflexibility. This can create a hostile environment, right?
And then you got passive aggressive. Passive aggressive communication
Yeah.
might mean you don't directly communicate your feelings, but
Hmm.
you hold on to negative emotions
Yeah.
and let those affect your actions. This can cause confusion and resentment.
Big, big, big.
And then the last one is assertive communication.
Yeah.
It's confident but also respectful to others'
Hmm.
thoughts and feelings.
Hmm.
Assertive communication creates space for honest conversations
Yeah.
and promotes healthy connections between individuals.
Okay. 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 So as we start,
Mhm.
babe, I'm gonna let ladies go first. I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay.
What type of communicator do you think I am?
Um,
All right, I'm gonna take off my
I
socks.
think
I'm gonna renege. Take off my socks. F it.
should have been under this, but I'm just saying.
Hey, listen, we here. I done forgot my ring. Go ahead.
Yeah. Um, I think assertive communication.
Okay.
Yeah.
Assertive. Mostly assertive. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I aim for assertive. Um, I feel like I'm between assertive and and passive, and I'll explain very briefly why. But
Okay.
before I do that, let me
Okay.
try to figure out what you is. Let me not be selfish. Yeah. Um, I
I got a
f-
feeling what I am, but go ahead.
let's see. I honestly, I feel like it's between two, really.
Oh, I would just say one. Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna like you're more than likely, you're
Uh-huh.
more mostly passive aggressive,
Okay.
but you got a mixture of aggressive too, right? Cause and the reason why I
Okay.
say that, the reason why I say that, what happened?
I was just laughing because I'm like, what?
Well, the reason why I say the aggressive
Mhm.
part is because when you get frustrated, like you
Mhm.
just don't care, and it's like I said what I said, and I just needed to say it because it needed to be said, and I don't care how it came off, and you know what I
Well,
mean?
that's why it's the passive aggression
Aggressive, yeah.
because well, I said aggressive, aggressive. What did I say? I don't
Pa-
know.
you just said passive aggressive.
Oh, okay, so I think that I'm both of them.
Okay.
Well, so exactly what it is, the passive aggressive.
Hmm.
So you're saying that oh, I'm the passive aggressive, but also the aggressive. Isn't that one and the same? They're like a mix.
Yes and no. So like aggressive. Hmm. I would love to give a example of aggressive.
Hmm.
Who is it like a known person who is extremely aggressive? Maybe like people you'll see like on like Bad Girls Club or people who are always arguing and just trying to get their point across and they don't care about the type of environment that they create
Hmm.
with their words. Right. Like oh you know
I don't
who?
think I'm aggressive.
Huh?
I don't think I'm aggressive. I may
Okay.
be the passive aggressive. What
Hmm.
exactly the definition that I read for passive aggressive
Yeah.
is basically me in a nutshell.
Okay.
So the not directly communicating my feelings
Yeah.
to avoid somebody else feeling some type of way about what
Mhm.
I say or take it the wrong way.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then so I don't say anything,
Mhm.
holding an emotion, then I'm angry and I'm holding in
Mhm.
negativity, like I
Yeah.
said, holding on to negative emotions.
Mhm.
And then at some point I have a breaking point, and
Yeah.
then that's when that aggressive come out.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's exactly the definition is quotation.
Fair, fair, fair. I feel like I think I can see why you say that because with
Hmm.
you definitely do have a way of not expressing yourself. And I don't know. I feel like as your husband, sometimes I might not be the best at trying to foster or bring or allow or I guess allow or create a space for you to be able to communicate.
Hmm.
And it's hard. It's not necessarily hard for me. It is hard for me to do, but also a learning curve because it's like I want you to be extremely comfortable with me, and I got to learn to let my ego down and or yeah let my ego down because
Yeah.
I I want you to be honest and I want to be able to say like okay yeah that hurt but she needed to say that as much as I needed to hear it because you know, it's just best for us to have clear communication and for you to be able to say what it is, you know.
Yeah.
And wait, just out of curiosity, why do you think you have that type of communication style? Like, where you think do you think it started with in childhood? Do you think it started in our relationship, or was it every time that you even just spoke up in class or around friends, everybody misconstrued your messaging or what have you?
Maybe I would say childhood.
Okay, okay.
So, because I feel like every time I did try to voice, not even like feelings, not
Hmm.
feelings, but just
Your opinion?
yeah, opinion or response to
Hmm.
somebody else's actions,
Yeah,
is then it's a whole big deal. Like I
yeah.
shouldn't be doing that. So it's kind of like, all right,
Hmm.
whatever.
Hmm. Got you. Okay, that makes sense. And I feel like that kind of creates that level of like whenever I'm trying to speak up for myself or say shit for myself, like y'all always tripping. So it's like, you know what, I'm just going ahead and be passive. And I'm
Mhm.
gonna just go ahead and just go around you, or I'm gonna just go ahead and not say nothing because I don't want the conflict, or you always
Mhm.
so emotional. And
Mhm.
I think a lot of people who grew up with parents or around adults who are extremely sensitive or
Mhm.
extremely hell bent on respect and dominating and domineering, like I feel like they create passive aggressive communicators as kids, because it's like, you know, it's so crazy where they'll say and do things. It's like, oh well, oh, you ain't supposed to talk back to me at all, or you ain't supposed to do this. And it's like, well, it's funny because you're literally asking me like, why didn't I do the dishes? And then
Mhm.
when I answer you, and I be like, well, the reason why I ain't do the dishes is because X. And then you say, why are you talking back to me? And it's like, well, how I know I'm supposed to answer this question if you
Or
asking
even
me the
if they're
question?
not asking a question, you just
Yeah.
got an opinion about their reaction, and it's
Hmm.
like, nah.
Hmm. You allowed to have it.
Exactly.
Got you. Got you. Okay. Okay. And why do you think I'm an assertive communicator or communicator? Excuse me.
Um.
And just as a reminder, so assertive communication is confident. Sorry, assertive communication is confident but also respectful of others' thoughts and feelings. Assertive communications create space for honest conversation and promote healthy connections between individuals.
I don't know. I just think that's how you communicate with your coworkers or your
Hmm.
friends and stuff
Hmm.
like that.
Yeah.
It's just open dialogue, and then you also the type of person that when you talking to somebody,
Yeah.
you would you try to think of your word choices before saying something.
Yeah.
So you could be having a conversation with somebody or even me, and then sometimes you'll think before saying something, trying to gather your words or how to put it a certain way.
Hmm.
That's why I say that.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I do that a lot.
Mhm.
And I think it's because I genuinely want to come across as clear. And one of the things I'm just focusing on is not over explaining like clearly like this podcast. You always say whatever. So because of that, I think I force myself to make sure that I'm concise with my words.
Mhm.
I'm to the point enough to where the person knows exactly what I think and the actual truth of the matter that happened. And I'm not trying to be, and I'm not offensive with it. You feel me? So it's like,
Mhm.
and I think teaching helps with that too. Cause like, even it's funny enough, like I went to a training and they were saying that whenever you're talking to parents, they say you always got to remain neutral. And the example they gave was you got to state the facts as they happen. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I never considered it like that, because a lot of time when we talking, we always talk about how our feelings, or oh well, that child is bad and they threw this and they ran out the class, and it's like, nah, well, just explain what happened. Like if you explain what happened, there's no room for like all that emotion and
Mhm.
offense. So it's like, okay, if the child says something rude, they ran out of class, you chased after them, you gave them a consequence, and now I'm here talking to you as a parent. Like they can't get mad at that because that's
Yeah.
exactly what happened. You feel me? And I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, that's okay. Being neutral and not trying to have a stake or an opinion, or trying to label their behavior as something, is something that I had to really learn and take in. And I think I've learned to kind of finesse that. So maybe that's what it is. Cause like I don't be trying to label people behavior. Like I'm not really that judgmental, and I think that just helped me going to that training, just helped with the
Okay.
fact of me not judging. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So we got a few questions. Go ahead and start with, I think, the first or second one. Oh, we did the first one. So yeah.
The second one.
Hmm.
So, what roadblock stops you from communicating? Fear of judgment, ego, or not wanting to offend?
Um, I think you want to
I
answer
was about to
first?
say, I think for me, it'd be like the fear of judgment and
Okay.
also not wanting to offend.
Okay. So.
So if I feel like somebody gonna be combative
Hmm.
about what I'm about to say, I'm just not gonna waste my time.
Yeah.
I'd rather
Yeah.
just not even mention it
Big
up because
facts.
I don't got the time to be going back and forth with nobody. Like
Big facts.
too old, too grown to be going back and forth
Hmm.
with an adult. Can't do it. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and I feel that because
Mhm.
I feel like if I know that if you're gonna deliberately misunderstand what the hell I just said to you,
Mhm.
why are we talking? Like, what? At what point? does it make sense for me to explain myself when I know that you're gonna see what I'm saying is bad?
Mhm.
So I feel that part.
Like, if there's not gonna be an open dialogue of communication after I said something,
Mhm.
then why am I talking?
True.
Why am I
Facts.
wasting my time?
Facts.
I would very much so rather
Mhm.
me say something and
Yeah.
then know that you're gonna be like, okay, but I don't understand. Can you explain a little bit more?
Mhm.
Than rather you coming back at me argumentative
Mhm.
because you don't like what I said.
Yeah.
But in reality, you just don't really understand what I said.
Right. 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 Right.
Just have me explain it more.
Got you.
I may be annoyed with that too, but still, like, come on.
Fair. Yeah. So in other words, you want somebody to make sure that they ask for clarity when they're talking to you.
Exactly.
Okay. 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 Same. Same. I I definitely a roadblock that stops me from communicating, I feel like is definitely that. Not really the fear of judgment because I know that people are going to judge anyway, and I can't
Mhm,
really stop that. But I think one of the biggest things is for me is not offending. I
mhm,
don't want to offend people, and I
mhm.
mean, being offended sometimes is subjective. You really can't control how people gonna see it and say
Yeah,
whatever. So it's
some
like,
people take it to some way. That's like how people be. I've seen a post that it said, "Oh,
mm,
you get an argument with somebody,
yeah,
or it might like girlfriend or boyfriend, or
mhm,
friend and friend, or whatever,"
yeah,
and they be like, I'm apologize
mhm.
for how it came off, or I apologize that you felt offended,
Yeah,
but I meant what I said. Like,
yeah, yeah,
what do
yeah,
you want me to do?
yeah, yeah,
I
and
can't help that you sensitive and you took it the wrong way, or
mhm.
you.
Yeah, you don't like you can't take criticism well. And that's fair. I mean, criticism is always going to be criticism, but at the same time, we got to be honest enough with our friends or
Mhm,
our spouses or our partners when it's
mhm,
like, look, bro, like there's a problem with the way you do X
mhm,
and it one either don't work for me or two it doesn't work at all for even you, so I see you suffering because you keep doing this same thing over and over.
mhm.
Why not change it? Why not approach it differently? So yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. And then sometimes people just don't want to hear about themselves because they feel like, oh well, nobody could check me, and it's like, well, if you uncheckable, bro, you technically might be unlovable. Hey, I just said it, fuck you know. I mean, it's just, but it's real because like the version of you that you want to be only serves you. That's selfishness.
Mhm.
It has to be able to serve. You have to be able to serve other people
Yeah.
and yourself. Don't forget yourself, but make sure you're it's a win-win scenario when it's friendships or relationships or and it parent child relationships. All things have to be a win-win scenario, or they
Mhm,
at least should aim to be that.
mhm.
So if it only serves one side, then it doesn't benefit the relationship, and that's I think that's what creates like problems in families. Like people be like, "Oh, don't be talking to aunts or cousins or mamas or you know,
Nah.
marital or spouses be having like strife in their relationship, and it's because
Mhm,
everybody wants to be self-serving. And it's like you
mhm.
got to be willing to say, okay, hold up, how can I create a better environment for me and this person who I'm in a
Or
relationship
sometimes
with?
you just gotta let people go.
That too, that
That's
too.
true.
When
That's why it's a whole trend now. I guess a lot of people are realizing that blood, family, will not. Like,
mm-hmm,
as you get older, if you're not serving me,
mm-hmm,
what's the purpose? Why are you still around? Why am I trying?
yeah,
Like, no,
mm-hmm,
let
yep.
it go.
Let it go. Oh
Exactly.
Lord. Why am I singing? Anyway. No, but it's facts. It's facts. And yeah, I think but more to the point of just offending though. It's like my normal or my aim is never to offend. But when I'm talking to somebody who's sensitive, it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to navigate this line real carefully. I know it's probably gonna piss you off, but fuck it. We gotta have this conversation. And I think sometimes it's more practical if that person is extremely offended or gets offended very easily to like say, okay, hold on, let me slow down this conversation or have it in bites. And I even heard shout out to Stefan Speaks. He actually made a good point with this. He said if you have a real hard time talking to somebody or you feel like they're gonna be combative, he said write a letter to them. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm,
it gets the point across to them
mhm.
directly. And this works especially with like a parent or a significant other who you feel like you can't sit down with and hold that conversation. So
It might really work with parents. I feel
yeah.
like parents just be on another level. Like, they
Hmm.
feel like, oh, because they they a parent, you the child,
Mm-hmm.
that you can't voice your opinion on certain
Mm-hmm.
things. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, do you realize I'm human too?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have an opinion. Yeah, it's not a one sided
Mm-hmm.
situation thing. Like that's not how this life works. Like
Yeah. That's not how this
I'm
life works. Sorry. Go ahead.
like I don't understand why do you even
Yeah.
think like that? Like outside of everybody else,
Mm-hmm.
they could say something, you could say something, they can have an opinion. But when
Mm-hmm.
it come to your child, they can't say nothing. It's
Mm.
your way or whatever.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
out of here with that foolishness because I ain't
Yeah.
got the time. Like, what
Mm-hmm.
do you mean?
Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like a lot of parents, you know what's interesting? You have to as the child as when you become an adult, you got to teach the parent whatever that new
Hmm.
boundary is that you got for them. Because I think a lot of parents are, because they're entitled to their own opinion, and they feel like because they are the parent,
Hmm.
they feel like, oh, you're always going to be my baby. And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I might always be your baby, but I'm a grown ass baby of
Uh
yours.
huh.
You understand? So like
Yeah.
I got a life too. So don't think
Yeah.
that I ain't finna make room for myself and create a life for myself that is gonna allow, or that's gonna make me say to you, hey, I can't do that right now at your time
Hmm.
and at your will. And that's not disrespect.
Yeah.
It's I gotta prioritize my family or my life because this is my time to do my thing, just like you needed to do yours.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's just I think it's creating that boundary too. So like, yeah, but now parent be getting entitled quick. Okay, parents get entitled quick, and I'd be
I
like,
pray I'm
bro.
not like
Mm-mm.
that with my future kids.
And I feel like
Cause
it's funny. I think we might be, but then we'll probably have to check ourselves.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's the relationship parents have with children is a power dynamic. Most
Hmm.
relationships are a power dynamic, but
Yeah.
because because a lot of people are not used to letting go of that power,
Hmm.
I think that's where that they're still trying to hold on to the reins
Hmm.
of power. Like as kids get older, parents are still trying to hold on to that the reins of power, the
Control.
control, as they get older. So it's like it's gonna have to be like, all right, hold up. We're gonna have to definitely go through checking ourselves, and I'm gonna have to check you, you gonna have to check me, we gonna have to get
Yeah, but
over.
y'all parents, y'all,
Mhm,
some parents out here, y'all need
mhm.
to go ahead and check yourselves
True.
because
True, 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 true.
first of all, it's all good that you think, oh, that's my baby, whatever. I want to be there for them. And da, da,
Mhm,
da, da."
mhm.
That's cool. But if they're
Yeah,
an adult, let them live
yeah.
because they not gonna have no real life experiences if you keep
Mhm.
coddling them
Yeah.
and telling them, oh, you should do it like this. Let
Mhm.
them make mistakes. That's how we learn in life. We
Yeah.
have to make mistakes to learn. And some
True.
people be like, oh, you can't do that, then it's gonna fail, or it's gonna do like this, it's not gonna go great.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm not trying to be perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be great if I
Would it?
was, but in
Mhm.
the idea in my mind may be a perfect idea,
Yeah.
but if it falls or it, whatever, it doesn't
Mhm.
go the way that's supposed to go,
Right.
guess what? We learn from it.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
can't just keep doing stuff for your kids.
Mhm.
Like you gotta let them fly.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, one of the things that's important to remember is that like just because something didn't work out for you in a specific way as a parent, don't mean it can't work out for your child. And
Hmm.
sometimes God could be answering a prayer for you through your child's success. And I think parents got to know that. Like
Hmm.
sometimes, God might have put a vision, or God might have put a fire in your child to see things and experience things and
Hmm.
go through certain trials, not as a disrespect to you as a parent, but as a way for them to explore different parts of themselves and to know themselves, to to be shaped and to be and to have and develop a different form or a character than you
Yeah.
might have had. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people grow up sheltered and things like that. Like,
Hmm.
nah, we got to have experiences. We supposed to be able to do it what the hell we want. You know what I'm saying? We grown now. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Yes, you're supposed to do things that's decent and moral and all that. Yeah, but like, allow me to have the experience for myself without judging or or potentially seeing all the wrong with it. What if it goes right? Yeah, so yeah, I agree, baby. I agree.
Yeah.
So the next question, you want me to read the next question, love? Okay, I'll read it. All right. The next question says, how can I make communication easier for you? Like, how can I make communication more palatable, more likable, more um easy for you to listen, and more comfortable for you to actually open up to me?
Um,
You good?
yeah, just falling on the own.
Oh.
Yeah. What I was gonna say, how can you make communication easier for me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I would have to. You answer first, cause I got to think
Okay.
about my answer.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to think. Mm,
So how could you make communication more easy for me?
mm-hmm.
Um, I think with you. That's a good question. That's why I asked it. I think with you.
So,
Yeah, but hey, listen. Um, I think with you, I think the thing that will make communication easier is if I don't know. I guess less, not even less criticism, just
hmm
more praise when we talk in general. Right, that's the only thing
what do
that
you
comes to
mean?
mind. So like I feel like because sometimes you have your way of seeing things and wanting them done, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna hold you. I don't do a lot of the things that you want done in your specific way. And then, I'm from
I'm
the
aware.
folding laundry to the way I clean like the kitchen and stuff or whatever, like little things like that. But I know that there's particular ways you want them done that I don't always do them the way you would like.
Mm-hmm.
But when I start to do them the way you like, I think it will make communication easier if you praise me on those few times that I do get it right, if that makes sense. So the more praise that I get, the more like I guess appreciated I feel, and the more I'm like, okay, whenever you say something bad, I'm way more receptive. Does that
Mm-hmm.
make sense? Like I feel like whenever I don't feel the balance between the good and the bad that I do, I feel like it's okay. Well, he always do this wrong, or he always do that wrong. He always da 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 da. And it's like, and then now it's like, okay, well, I guess I can't do the things right. You feel me? Or I can't do it. Since I can't do it right, it's like, why do I keep trying? Or why do
Mm-hmm.
I try? Why do I yeah, why do I even try if it's like it's never going to be good enough or even seen as like, all right, at least even if it's not 100% right, it's at least
Mm-hmm.
95% right, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, right before we got on camera, y'all, transparent moment. I have forgot to put my wife's dress that's supposed to go in her drawer away because I'm like, dang,
Mm-hmm.
am I supposed to put this in the closet? Does she want it out? Or does she want it in the drawer? Because sometimes I either forget where it's supposed to go, or sometimes she wear it around the house. And like I'm just like, and granted, everything else is put away, but that one dress
Mm-hmm.
was out. So when I and then he was like, "See, I got a theory. I got a theory." And then she is right. Normally, I do leave like items of hers out because either I can't remember where they go with it. And I'm like, well, yeah, but I at least did the laundry. You know what I mean? I at least made sure to put most of everything up. So like, because of that, I feel like because it wasn't 100% done, it's like it might as well have not been done at all. Does that
Exa-
make sense?
exactly.
That's how you feel.
Yes.
And I feel the exact opposite. Like, praise me for the 95% that I did. Two, you can complain about it not being 100% done. That's the problem isn't the critique. It's the lack of appreciation for the 95%, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Okay.
You feel me? Like I need you to like if you don't understand, please let me know because I
I
need it.
understand what you're saying, but I'm
Yeah.
like,
You don't care because it's
okay.
like I wanted to be 100%
Yes.
done. And I feel that. I feel
And
that.
it ain't done. It ain't.
It
It
ain't
ain't
done, it
done.
ain't done.
Like I
It ain't
don't.
done, it ain't done. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, but like what's I feel like, yeah, for you it's definitely more important that it's 100% done and the dress is put away. Fair.
For me, it's more
Mhm.
important. It's just
We about to get juicy.
It's everything just has to be done.
Yeah,
Like I can't
halfway.
halfway do something. Like
Mm,
if I'm gonna clean the bathroom, I'm gonna clean the bath. I'm gonna clean the tub. I'm gonna clean the toilet. I'm gonna clean the countertop, the sinks,
mhm, mhm.
get the mirror, sweep the floor,
Right, right,
whatever,
right.
whatever.
Mhm,
Or if I'm cleaning the kitchen, it's gonna be the dishes put up, the countertops cleaned up, the island cleaned up.
mhm,
Everything's gonna be put away, and it's just like for him,
mhm,
he may leave certain stuff out. Like if I'm cleaning the bathroom or the counter in the kitchen,
mhm,
if there's little things out, I'm gonna figure out where they need to go, put it up, clear off my
mhm.
countertop. Everything gonna be put up,
Yeah.
except for the stuff that stay out. The bathroom, same thing.
Mhm.
Put the little knickknacks that we leave out during the week,
Yeah.
put it back up. He don't do that.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, the bathroom clean, like smelling good wise, but it still looked
Mm.
disorganized chaos. I get
Mm.
it's
It,
not
it
done.
it still feels like it's cluttered to you.
Yes.
Got you. Okay. 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 I feel you. I feel you. Yeah. Okay. So like I just got to do better because like I don't know. It maybe because how do I want to say
So
this on
then,
how do wait hold on how do I want to say this on camera? Sorry, because of where I lived for so long.
okay.
I think I'm still like getting out of that habit of
Mhm.
like seeing things that are out of place so consistently, like that was the norm. So like me going from that to this to me is a leap. And I'm learning to understand it your way. Does that make sense?
I'm
Does
sorry
it does
because my mind, you was like me going from this from that is a leap, and in my head I was like, well, you need to fucking jump, like come on. So
That's fair. But see, but that's this is the point I'm making though. It's if you can't see the progress, or let me say it properly, when people don't feel, well, I don't feel appreciated for the progress that I'm making, it's
all right, all right,
like,
all right.
you understand? Go ahead.
So
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I see the progress.
Yes.
I see that you wash the you do laundry automatically.
Mm-hmm.
You may get spurts where you want to tidy up either the
Mm-hmm.
living room, the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
bathroom, whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
I see the progress. I appreciate it. A for
Mm.
effort. But
Ye-
however,
yeah.
comma,
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. Don't
sometimes
say however, just say and. Because however just negated everything. That's like saying I love you, however. It's like what you about to
okay.
say is about to say fuck the I love you. But yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
But sometimes
Go ahead. Go ahead. Just go
I-
ahead. It's all right. It's all right. Go ahead.
sometimes you don't always take initiative
Okay.
when it comes to picking up stuff and cleaning stuff.
Yeah.
You will literally wait, or not wait, but you will literally start
Mm-hmm.
once you see that I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting overwhelmed with
Yeah.
the clutter, and
Mm-hmm.
then I start
Mm-hmm.
picking up shit, moving stuff around, and cleaning up and doing this and doing.
Yeah.
Then he wants to get up from what he's doing
Yeah.
and jump in and help. It is like I don't say don't help, but sometimes we like I be want to say nah, go sit down. Cause like you ain't
Mm-hmm.
want to do this before, but now that you
Yeah.
see me doing it, oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, let me go ahead and clean up. Let me go,
Yeah.
sir.
And I feel you. And I think the reason why is because perception. I don't see the mess and clutter the way you do. Like for you, it's a palpable problem. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes,
it bother you. For
yes.
me, I'm okay because like in my mind, I'm just focused on this show. I'm just focused on my phone. I'm just focused on chilling. And I'm like, and I look and I see you up, and I'm like, oh Lord, it's too messy for her.
Hmm.
So yeah. Do you need me to fix your thing?
We just gonna figure it out.
You sure? I could come fix it, baby. So hold on, y'all. Let me go ahead. Okay, yeah, and we're back. Yeah. So, but yeah, okay. Um,
We were talking
just
about
I
the perception. You
yeah,
said
my
the.
perception
Hmm.
is you see the clutter or the little knickknack stuff being on the counter,
Hmm. And it
um,
bothers me.
and it bothers you.
Yeah.
For me, it don't but like I don't know what it is. I think I don't know, baby. I realize that there's a through line in my personality. I'm like not the best judge of things. Like let me even be more specific. I don't
Okay.
know how to condemn something. So when something is bad
Mhm.
or when something looks like that could be tightened up, I'm like, I don't really care. It's fine. As long as it's not like horrible, then I'm like, oh, okay, it's cool. Like, so for example, if there's like three pieces of mail or there's little things from Amazon on the counter or
Mhm.
whatever, my mind is not saying, oh my God, this is such a huge problem because they shouldn't be here. It's like, it's whatever. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? It because it's so small, it does not matter in the grand scheme of things.
But to me, it
It
is.
does, yeah. So it's like
I like it could say that not to sound like I'm like
a neat freak.
OCD and
Yeah.
everything gotta be clean,
Mm-hmm.
spick and span every single day.
Mm-hmm.
No, our house is gonna get lived in.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna look like somebody live here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, stuff gonna be all over the place, but eventually I'm gonna get tired of it and I'm gonna start cleaning
Yeah.
and start like I woke up today,
Mm-hmm.
changed the sheets, started washing clothes,
Mm-hmm.
clean up the kitchen. Well, I
Yeah.
cleaned up the kitchen Friday when I got home.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff was all over the place. I said, no, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta clean it up.
Yeah. Oh, and
Mhm.
FYI too, on the week, well, before we moved into our new apartment, I was the resident cleaner of the house of everything. I would sweep, mop,
Mhm.
change the sheets, da da da. Da. I don't know if it's a new because it's the new what you call it apartment. I don't know if it's because I got this new job. I don't know what's going on with me lately, but I got to tighten back up and just pick a day and just start cleaning because yeah. But yeah, so I do want to put that out there. It's not like I've just allowed her to do all the house chores and shit like that. Nah, like we
No,
do
he do
normally share.
stuff.
We do normally share the routines together,
Uh-huh.
and I think which is healthy in a relationship. You should do that.
Like 9 times out of 10, you wash the dishes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Unless they end up too long for my liking, then I just go ahead and
Yeah.
clean it
Yeah.
up because I can't.
Yeah, so and
Mhm.
again, 2 job shorty, so I gotta just make time and just do what I
Mhm.
need to. And I ain't gonna hold you, we gonna have to start just using dishwasher. Fuck it. Like I've been trying to say, but fuck it. At this point, I'm like, we got the tabs, we got the dishwasher. You know what?
Uh-huh.
I'm feeling lazy.
I mean,
Load
we
that.
literally may only have to wash a good amount of dishes, more so on the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
here and there during the week
Yeah.
because I meal prep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I cook and everything on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We wash up all of that. We come home. I wash my meal prep. I think you do too.
Mm-hmm.
No, excuse
We
me.
wash our meal preps at work. Yeah.
Yeah, the containers from
Yeah.
lunch at work. So I just bring them
Mm-hmm.
home, put them in the cavity,
Mm-hmm.
and then only ones that get dirty is the ones for dinner. So I kind of
Yeah.
let that stack up, and then usually by
Mm.
Friday is when it's stacking up, and I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and wash it. Hmm.
Right. Yeah. But still, it because it's a problem for you. I want to at least try my best to get better at it or figure out a solution so that it's less of a hassle for me to
Hmm.
do and for
Hmm.
you to feel, that things are just unkept. So
Hmm.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. But you gotta answer the question now,
I was about
baby.
to say, did that answer the question? How can I make communication easier for
Yeah,
you?
or I gotta ask you, how can I make communication easier for
Oh
you?
yeah, I said I was gonna think about it.
Yeah. Did she think about
I
it?
didn't know. I got distracted by this mic.
Yeah.
um, I would say make communication easier for me. I'm not judge because you're not judgmental, but
Mm.
not be quick to get argumentative when I do bring something up.
Yeah.
Not per se like what you cleaning up or whatever, but
Hmm.
expressing my feelings type of thing. Like
Hmm.
um the little posting said, because I think I said this in other podcasts one time that when I start to express how something is bothering me
Yeah.
or whatever, you tend to want
Want to
to
bring
jump
out something
in and
old.
bring up something else
Hmm.
from 3 weeks ago. And it's
Hmm.
like, this is not a 3 weeks ago problem.
Hmm.
This is what I'm talking about right now.
Yeah.
And then after we resolve what I'm talking about, then maybe I'll be open
Just seeing what we,
to
yeah.
yeah, what was happening 3 weeks ago.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And
Or shifting, or I would say like shifting, mm, not shifting the blame
mhm,
onto me,
okay. Yeah, that
but
was gonna be my next question.
like when we talk about something and you will spin it, and it's like I'm talking about something that you did
Yeah.
or how you what you did made me feel like,
Mm.
and then you'll be like, "Well, I told you not to do this. Duh, 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 duh. You don't listen to me." Duh, 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 duh." And I'm like,
Mhm. Right, right.
"Sir,
That's not the
mhm,
point.
exactly."
Mhm, 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 mhm. That's fair. Um, it's I think sometimes that as a man, well, not even as a man, as a person who believes himself to be logical,
Mhm,
I think I try too hard to make emotions rational, or I try to rationalize why somebody shouldn't think the way they do. And it's like you don't as the person who's listening to somebody, I have to get out of the mindset that because it wouldn't make sense for me to do or make sense for me to think, or because it's something that I can't control for a person, I feel like a person shouldn't be thinking that way. And it's like, well, that's not up to you. You can't control not only how people see things, but more importantly, how what you say and do affects them. I can't tell a person,
that's true.
or I can't like slap a person in the face and tell them that, oh, that slap didn't hurt. Like I'm not in their body to receive the
Mhm,
pain. You know what I
mhm,
mean? So I'm learning to let go of that perception that like
mhm,
just because I feel like something should be the truth, my perception isn't fact. So
mhm,
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
mhm,
And I think I'm slowly learning that. It's hard because it's like it did affect you, or what I say and do does affect you in a certain way.
mhm,
And it's like I think because and also too, I think I have this ethical dilemma where I feel like because whatever I say comes from a genuine or a place of always trying to be intentionally right,
mhm.
when people see it as wrong or they feel some kind of way, and I'm like, nah, but my intention was pure. And it's like, yeah, your intention could be pure, but if you just told me that I'm full of shit, like it don't really matter if your intentions were pure. It sounds fucked up, and I'm offended. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it's like it's something that I'm again I'm learning. I'm
Mhm,
learning to be like, yeah, even if your intentions are pure, you can't tell somebody how to receive pain. And
mhm,
I'm learning that. I think that's one of the big things that I'm taking away from my perspective, especially this year,
mhm,
because a lot of stuff that I've been through, especially at work. Whoo, Lord have mercy. It this that right there, me trying to use my logic to try to rationalize
mhm.
emotions. That I gotta re-examine that perspective I got. So yeah, I gotta do better. With, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I guess.
What happened?
Because I was like, when you said what part in the beginning,
Hmm.
when you was like, damn, it just lost my train of thought.
When I say I try to use logic to rationalize emotion, that part.
Yeah, or rationalize somebody else's emotions.
Yeah.
And it's like, why are you tripping? Like, type thing. And it's like,
Mhm.
why not? Like,
Mhm,
what are you talking
mhm.
about?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can't you don't have I don't have the right, and no one has the right to
Hmm.
tell somebody else how to feel. It
Hmm.
is literally their response and their experience to what they're seeing and experiencing for themselves to judge it for how they
Hmm.
want to. So you can not like how they see it, but that's your business.
Hmm.
However they see it is how they see it.
Hmm.
You just really just gotta choose if you want them in your life, and understanding and being empathetic to their perspective. So yeah, that's fair. That's
Because I was just thinking about a scenario at work, and I'm like,
fair.
this
Hmm.
lady was going off about
Hmm.
something, and I'm like, she was just frustrated.
Yeah.
Not per se yelling at me, even if she was, I didn't care. Um, so she was,
Hmm.
complaining about something, talking on the phone with her mom and
Hmm.
complaining, and I'm like, when you like be empathetic, of their feelings. I'm like,
Yeah,
lady,
fuck all that.
like, just get to the point. What are we doing here? So you can get out my face. Like,
Hey, listen.
I ain't going.
Hey, I think the reason why we work so well, babe, as a couple, is because the parts of me and the parts of you that are so like that can be so opposite sometimes, I think click.
Mhm.
Like I can over explain myself and be real long with it. You be like, all right, yeah, yeah. Come
Just
on
get to the
now.
point.
Get to the point. Get to the point. Get to
Mhm.
the point. So it's like it's funny how we got that dynamic, but
Mhm.
we somehow make it work. And yeah, it's just interesting. It's
I
just
just
interesting.
can't be bothered.
I feel you.
I just
I feel you. I don't like being
and
bothered
I feel like
either.
the older I've got, you know how that people say when you turn 30
Hmm.
that you just start not to give a fuck and you just start, letting stuff
Listen.
go. I feel like even though it can't be 4:30 for me,
Yeah.
I feel like once I got married
Yeah.
in certain situations, I just
Mhm.
said, you know what, forget it. You know what I'm talking about.
I think so. I think
So
so. I think so. We'll
I'm
talk.
just
We'll
like,
talk off camera.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead. Yeah.
But still, like,
Hmm.
even then, it's kind of like
Hmm.
I kind of been like that all my life though. But now it's just even stronger. Like,
Hmm. Hmm.
what do you want me to do? Please, like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
It's not affecting me.
You know it's interesting that you say
Uh huh.
that. I feel like because I've always been a patient person, but
Hmm.
like again, since about 30, in the last year or so, I've lost
Your patience.
the amount of patience I have.
Oh, so.
Like if my patience is at like a 10, it's
Hmm.
at like an 8 now. And I feel like as the older I get, it's gonna start going, it's gonna slowly go
You
down.
gonna be them
And
old men that's just out here snapping on
yeah.
people.
Uh, yeah. Oh, hey, listen. Listen, yo. Oh man, no. It's crazy. So, there was a sub. There was a sub, and I mean, he's a Leo, and he was a sub for a class at my school.
Hmm.
All right, we keep this cryptic. He was a sub for a class at my school, and that man got annoyed first quarter. Like I came in the cafeteria and I saw him and I said, "Hey," I see him with the sub badge, so I'm like, "All right, cool." I said, "Hey, how you doing, sir? I'm Mr. Simkins. Da da da. You're a sub today, right?" He was like, "Yeah. How you doing? Da 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 da." He's like, "I'm good. I'm good." He's like, I was like, "So you're gonna be with this class, this that, and the third, explaining what's going on."
Hmm.
And he was like, "All right, cool." So then, like, maybe me and another teacher are talking, and then a minute or two later, we say, "Hey, sir, um," or actually, he interrupts me and the teacher talking. Excuse me,
Okay.
and he says, I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the classroom." And we're like, "Well, normally we stay here with the kids." He's like, "Well, nobody introduced me to the kids, and nobody this and nobody that." And we was like, "Whoa." Mind you,
Introduce you.
no, 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 no. But that's normal though. That's like we do that. Like we'll say, "Okay, hey, here's my class. Here's who you gonna be with today."
Hmm.
Like we introduce ourselves, and we might introduce like a para. We might introduce one or two students. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I'll at least let you see who you gonna be with. You know what I'm saying? That's normal. That's normal protocol. But bruh wasn't, and bruh wasn't feeling you. So he wasn't feeling that at all. So I was like, yo.
But I ain't never experienced that as a sub. The
Mm.
whole being introduced thing,
Well,
like to the
well, it's
class.
different strokes for different folks. But you around these kids and you seeing them like
Hmm.
what's up or saying what's up and whatever. So it's like interesting that didn't happen.
Hmm.
And normally that's normal for what we do. So it's like the
Okay.
fact that it didn't happen is like, bruh, this shit crazy. And he was snapping, and I'm like, fair, because the thing that he wanted is something that we normally do. So I can't even
Hmm.
be mad at him. So
Hmm.
yeah. All right, let me check with this. See what this is.
What happened?
It's just saying that the destination is running out of space and stuff. So let's go ahead and end this, babe. So, all right, y'all. So this has been relationship wise. Um,
Mm. Episode what, 8?
Episode 8. Yeah.
Mhm.
Technical stuff going on. But listen, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't. Hit the notification bell. I'm telling you now. All
Yep.
right.
Follow us